Oli, oli, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos, bienvenidas un día más a mi canal. Como siempre voy medio tarde. Estoy enviando ahora los avisos de estoy en directo. Perdón, pido disculpas. Sé que soy una mala streamer. Pero en realidad soy buena streamer porque solo os hago esperar 2 minutos desde la hora que estoy en directo. Hay gente que está media hora con música. Así que espero que ahí... Tengo el reposapiés súper roto. Y tiene literalmente 3 meses, como mucho. Fatal todo. A ver. ¿Esto está enviado? No se ha enviado todavía. Vale. Y el tweet tampoco. Pues vamos, bien. En fin, la vida. Vale, yo por aquí, me veis. Oli. Oli, oli. Caracoli. Más baja la cámara. Gusta. Vale. Y voy a ver. Vale. Se ha enviado el tweet. Se ha enviado el tweet. Y el de este también. Vale. Wow, 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 wow. Vale. Esto fuera. No, esto fuera no. Verdad. Eres muy tonto. Vale, y este lo veré después. Vale, voy a abrir el jueguito. Estoy nerviosa. Muy nerviosa, la verdad. Me he traído chocolate. Tontito. Estaba viendo lo que me has enviado por Instagram. No escucho el juego. No escucho nada. Y ahora se escucha muy alto. Vale. Voy a bajar un poco de aquí. Ahí. A ver. Si yo lo pongo ahí, ¿el juego se escucha bien o se escucha muy alto? Porque no me sale que pueda cambiar nada de la voz. Entonces pregunto, ¿se escucha bien el juego? Antes de darle. La resolución, ¿qué le pasa? ¿En qué? Uy, no, ¿en qué está? ¿Y en qué se pone? Aquí, abajo. ¿En cuál lo pongo? ¿En este? Sí, ¿no? Ajustes. ¿Es ese, no? Ah, vale. Perdón. Ah, 80-20. Vale. No lo veo. Aquí. Vale, ya. Está, ¿no? Lo que no sé es, ¿juego con la cámara esta o juego con... Ah, no me la detecta ahora porque tengo esta puesta, ¿no? Ah, pues nada, fuera. Panel de sonido. ¿Dónde pone panel de sonido? No pone panel de sonido. Ah. Jo, que yo nunca hago esas cosas. Abrir mezclador de volumen, ¿no? Aquí. Vale. Si hago aquí así, control Z, control Z. No, aquí. Control Z, control Z, control Z. Vale, me lo devuelve a como estaba. ¿Estaba en 9,4? No. Vale, ahí. Subo esto. Yo sigo escuchándolo igual de alto. Yo en mi casco creo que lo voy a poner al 10. A ver, ahí está el 15. Yo creo que muy bajo. Al 25. ¿Se escucha bien ahí? Ahora. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 probando. Lo bajo más. 20. Vale, ahora está al 20. ¿Se nota la diferencia? Mejor, peor. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Vale. Yo igualmente me lo voy a seguir bajando porque yo sé que lo sigo escuchando muy alto. Pero se escucha bien, ¿no? O sea, no molesta el ruido. Vale. Ay, estoy nerviosa. Vale. No quiero parpadear. Estoy nerviosa. No sé si me... Dispositivo de... Este juego... Se activa la cámara. El juego podrá capturar y rastrear... Sí, sí quiero. Vale. Vale. A ver. ¿Cómo hago esto? Cámara. Eliminar. Sí. Vale. Ahora me la detectas. Es que no me la detecta. ¿Cómo lo hago? No la he vuelto. Porque ayer si no lo ves, se me la detectaba salir. No va a ser que yo le dé a continuar sin querer. Ya estamos mal. Sí. ¿Cómo lo hago? Dile a este. No. Creo que es porque está en el OBS. ¿Cómo la quito del OBS? Yo ya la había quitado. ¿Tengo que quitarla de todas las escenas? ¿La tengo que quitar de todas las escenas? Del OBS. Si yo le doy a cámara y a propiedades y le doy a desactivar, hecho. Ahora estoy aquí abajo. Ay, pero me veo rara. Vale, voy a hacer una cosa. ¿Qué es? Baje, señor. A grandes males, grandes remedios. A ver, espérate, me voy a poner un proyector. Que me veo muy pequeña y no veo nada. De salida. Que me vea yo en grande. Vale. Ahí. Vale, todavía más pequeño. Vale. Bien. Good. Jeje. Vale. Pues esta la eliminamos. Sí. Lista de eventos que pase a estar aquí. Y las alertas las voy a poner aquí arriba. A ver, pues ahí mismo. Y ya pues lo veré cómo lo hago todo. Vale. Todo ready. Todo ready. Pero no sé si va a salir todo el rato esto aquí arriba. Uy, no se ve el ratón. ¿Ahora? Ah, sí. Esto no sé si va a salir aquí arriba todo el rato. Vale. Estoy aquí, ¿eh? No he desaparecido. ¿Por qué se me ve tan fea? Qué horrible se me ve. Pero bueno. Continuar. ¿Lleva gafa? Sí. Asegura de tener la cara bien iluminada y que tus ojos sean visibles. Mis ojos son visibles. ¡Ay, ¿Me estás llamando gorda ya? Coloca la cabeza de tal forma que el recuadro se muestre en verde. Vale, si yo... Vale. Un poco para allá. Un poco para acá. Ah, el circo se rellenará con cada parpadeo. ¡No quiero parpadear! No estoy parpadeando, ¿eh, puto? ¡Ese no es... ¡Ese no es... ¡No es un parpadeo! ¡No estoy parpadeando! ¡Que no estoy parpadeando, lo juro! ¡Que no! Se me va a liar. Se me lía, ¿eh? A ver. ¡Ese no es un parpadeo! Vale. ¡Que no estoy parpadeando! ¡Solo miro hacia abajo! Parpadea y rellena los círculos. Te recomendamos parpadear con normalidad. No parpadees muy rápido ni exageres los gestos. Ese no. ¿Se han detectado todos tus parpadeos? Algunos de más. ¡Ese no! Alguno de más todavía. ¡Que se están haciendo algunos de más! ¡No me mienta! Madre mía, media hora para este juego, ¿eh? Vale, alguno de más. Porque miro para abajo, no he parpadeado. Vale, me vale esta calibración. Todos. Si el juego no detecta los parpadeos correctamente, pulsa la barra espaciadora para volver a calibrar. Vale. De repente soy demasiado grande. De repente me he vuelto enorme. No veo. Proyector de salida. En grande, por favor. Vale, ya por ahí se sale. Vale. A ver. Transformar. Transformar edición. Tamaño. Vale, esto se achica de aquí. O sea que lo tengo que poner. Ahí. Madre mía, media hora para esta mierda. Achíquese. Vale. Y ahora aquí más. Vale. Vale. Hecho. Lista de eventos. La quiero mover. Aquí. Vale. Vale. Me veo muy putamente mal. O sea, salgo como expandida, ¿no? O sea, soy tan grande. En fin. Reanudar. En este viaje tendrás que parpadear. Vale. El juego es capaz de detectar las veces que parpadea. ¿Ves cómo funciona? Sí. Prueba a parpadear mirando al símbolo blanco. ¿Qué símbolo blanco? ¿Al punto o al ojo? No lo veo. ¡No me ve! Que estoy parpadeando. No me mira. No, no es un collar, es la camisa. Basti. No me pilla. Tío, me veo muy mal. Me veo demasiado fea. No me pilla el ojo. ¡No me lo pilla! No me lo pilla. Pero que... ¡Ah! Vale, vale. Cuando aparezca un metrónomo y parpadees, darás un salto hacia adelante. Sigue parpadeando. ¡Ah! Vale, vale. Tiene el agua. Me veo muy fea. No quiero mirarme y me veo.
Well, hello there, stranger. Ooh, you're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you?
No.
I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. You see all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you.
¿Por qué a mí sí?
See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? No, a better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big, scary one?
Wow, sí la veo.
That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper. To be judged.
No puedo creer.
I'm gonna present your case. Tell her the whole story of your entire life, from proud to stern. Now, if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again.
Estoy leyendo.
You, well.
No puedo leer a la vez que habla.
We don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll
Me está diciendo que me va a llevar a una torre para que vea a una mujer que va a decidir sobre mi futuro.
No, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts.
¿Me voy a convertir en un pájaro?
Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you.
Pero es un gato. ¿No?
Sorry you had to hear that.
¿Es un perro? ¡Le falta una oreja!
So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with.
Vale.
That's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great.
Vale.
So, just think back to the very beginning. The first thing that you can remember.
Vale.
I'm gonna send you there.
Vale.
But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay.
Entiendo.
Right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years.
O sea, si parpadeo puede ser un segundo o 10 años. Bien, vamos bien. Estoy tensa, no paro de parpadear.
I hope he's ready for this.
Que yo
Now,
parpadeo
the
mucho,
next time
señor.
that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it. The thing to remember about blinking is, well, it's
Es
only a
cuestión de
matter of
tiempo. Me
time.
cago en tu vida.
I'm touched you enjoy my company. I really am.
Sí, 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 sí,
But
sí, sí, sí,
I'll
señor. Ya está. No me regañes.
Try to enjoy it this time.
Intenta disfrutarlo esta vez. Vale.
Look at that sun.
Soy una chica.
We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that? You must really like it out here, huh?
Ah, no, la chica ella. Vale, si parpadeo no pasa nada. O sea, me tienen que dar el visto bueno al
Let's go
parpadeo.
get you some seashells. What do you say?
¿No puedo andar? Ah, perdón, perdón.
You see that big spiky plant over there?
No.
That's
A ver.
called an agave.
Day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess.
Mentira, no he parpadeado.
Hey, go ahead, kid. Look at that. There's your little hand.
¡Es mi papá!
We have to make him do
¡Y yo soy pequeño!
That's a great idea. It'll really be something to see how he grows.
¡Nunca he tenido papá! ¡No! ¡No me quería ir de ese sueño! Estoy tocando el piano.
Oh, you want to play along with mommy, don't you? Give it to
¡No! ¡Que no me quería ir! ¡No quiero parpadear más!
Sounds good, honey.
I'm handing it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
No quiero
What do you
parpadear.
like about it?
What do I like about it? I like the music.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Oh, qué bueno.
Yeah. I worried that might have something to do with it.
Vale. Joder, qué difícil es este juego.
Look at his little face. What do you think he's thinking about?
I don't know. Probably solving the problems of the universe.
No lo veo.
So, do you think he's going to be...
¡Que no he
It's
parpadeado!
not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you
Dios,
should
me
tell
veo
the other
gordísima,
members
no voy a
of
jugar
the
más a este
Sígueme what I
juego.
just told you?
No me
Right.
gusta.
No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot.
En mi fiesta de cumple nadie va a venir.
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color.
¿Qué significa tirar?
You know,
¿Tirar?
if you keep
No.
working at it, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what's in your head. You'll be a real artist.
Que no quiero parpadear. No me gusta este juego. ¿Por qué lo estoy jugando?
See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first.
Beethoven.
I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the
Hey,
Joder.
Benny.
Es muy
Are you ready to
difícil.
see something really special?
I just don't want him to get attached. Richard.
What?
That's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Eres un
can't keep
gatito tuerto.
I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no,
Te
right?
quiero.
No. We'll find someone to take him. But while he's here, I say we call him Ernie.
No se va a ir este gato de mi casa, ¿eh?
Doesn't it?
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so sweet.
No lo vaya a llevar.
I think someone likes his new cat.
Richard,
Sí.
What?
his cat.
Sí.
What? Yeah, I just mean.
Mi gato. Te jode, mamá. Tómate
Now
una
play the
pastilla.
C major chord I taught you. Remember? There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy?
Sí.
Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. But that one sounds sad, doesn't it?
Eso es cierto.
Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels. Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
O sea, ahora que no pasa nada es cuando no parpadeo. ¿Factura?
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places.
No he parpadeado, estaba bebiendo agua. O sea, estaba bebiéndome el chocolate, perdón. Daniel, estoy muy enfadada, ¿eh? ¿Y mi gato? ¿Y mi mamá? ¿Que no ¿Y mi mamá? No pestañeo, lo prometo.
Wait, that's my piece.
Claro.
How did you figure out how to play that?
Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid.
¡Ah! ¿Por qué qué? ¡No puedo! Es superior a mí. Toma, mire.
Oh God,
Tengo un
I
gato
forgot
tuerto.
5 minutes
Eso
and I
me
completely
gusta.
forgot to feed him.
Toma, gato. Juega. Juega. Vamos. Juega, gato. Ah. ¡Oh! ¡Que no ha parpadeado!
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will
Mierda.
literally be on your desk. when
Como
you
sea está
get
la mesa de la cocina, vamos mal, ¿eh?
home. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
No parpadeo. ¿Qué se ha meado en los papeles? ¡Mierda, he parpadeado!
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Oye, mi gato pasa de mí. ¿Gato?
You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
Please
Hola, papá.
let the cat know it's time to use the litter box.
¿Mamá? ¡Mamá!
This is
¡Joder!
called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone.
Vale.
So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that as well. No such luck for me. But I do wonder what he'll think about you.
Bienvenida a casa, papá.
I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that? I wonder if he'll even recognize me.
¿Cómo voy? No quiero parpadear. Dime que he llegado.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay? Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E
canción
and
me
a
flipa.
1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
Madre! No me regañes que estoy concentrada en no parpadear.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard?
Madre, estás muy enfadada con la vida, ¿eh?
But if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changed.
No me da tiempo a saber qué pasa.
Ernie, buddy.
Ernie,
Ernie.
¿Ernie es mi gato?
we need you.
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be returned.
¿Habéis perdido a mi gato?
What? Did you just...
¡Era mi gato tuerto!
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But...
Mi gata está
Ernie,
embarazada.
And you're sure about that?
Thought I was.
Uh-huh. I'm still not understanding how you
¿Qué anda parpadeado ahora, de verdad?
coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
And
Were you able to pick up the new book?
Yes, the Manila Galleon was of particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah, got those too.
Extremely expensive, right?
No.
Ah, estoy creciendo con cada parpadeo.
They did. And it's stupidly big.
Qué mal lo llevo. Estoy escuchando ruido. ¡Mierda! No parpadees, Jennifer.
It's impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time.
A ver.
Trust me.
Lo había hecho bien, ¿no?
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand.
Lo había hecho bien.
okay. 2.
The quiz said find the zero.
Ah, vale,
I just
vale,
drew
vale.
an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
¿No me van a decir nada más? ¿Madre? ¿Padre? Estoy en mi cuarto.
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
El primero de muchos.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. You don't play with it anymore. We're getting rid of it.
Soy adolescente.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right, it's my house. You have 5 minutes to get down, and I'll drive it back and you up there.
You're not my house. You're not. Fall back, you fool.
¿Es mi amiga?
I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
Oye, mi gato, ¿es verdad?
Inside. It's late.
Hey, you. Yeah, you.
Voy.
Come over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy. I'm talking to you.
No quiero parpadear ahora. Me veo fatal, me veo horrible con esta cámara. No sé qué voy a hacer con mi vida.
Why are you always out here taking photos?
¿Por qué
You
no?
know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Mierda, parpadea, joder. Lo nota.
Everyone, Benny's about to play for us.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Ah,
The class is
Madre
World
mía.
History. My name is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up into
Hey, you.
units. In each unit,
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
Querido vecino rarito. ¿Qué pone? Vamos a la misma clase, qué casualidad. Hazme un favor. Cuando estemos en el colegio, haz como si no nos conociéramos y no me hable. Nunca, con cariño, Chloe.
Not stare off into space.
Aquellos incapaces de recordar el pasado están condenados a repetirlo.
Go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, What did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
No se la voy a decir.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Clep?
¡No! ¡No quería decírselo!
Those who do not remember the past, repeat.
Joder con el parpadeo.
Convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself.
11 años tengo.
Cute though, I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
Aventuras raudales. Por fin llega a Playscape, tu molusco favorito. Embárcate en un viaje junto a Marcy y sus 4 hermanos y encuentra a su madre, la legendaria Reina Concha. Atrapa monstruos viscosos, está intentando no parpadear con las tellinobolas patentadas del Doctor Mejillón y libra espectaculares combates. ¿Podrá encontrar el tesoro de la armeja Chirla? Récord personal. No parpadear. Ay, Dios, me meo. No, no puedo con la vida.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Pero qué falsa eres.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail. Okay,
Y mi gato.
I really want this one. Maybe I'll use tickle stick.
Pero y mi gato.
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places if you're really, really good at something. It's just, you've had so much trouble making...
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem.
Joder, qué horrible.
Why don't you
me
two
veo.
come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of. So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Quiero parpadear.
Oh, Berkeley. But I was in the composition department.
Ah,
Ay, es que me cuesta mucho, tío.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once.
Madre, está
I wish
buscando
I
todas
had
tus
the option to go
frustraciones
to
en mí.
school
No me
like that
gusta.
when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
¿Arrugar? No, no, no arrugué. Yo no quería soplarle el de este a la paga. Me han mirado traición ahí. Días para la audición 30. Wow.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
Es mentira, yo he intentado contestar.
Oh my god.
Que me dejes contestar.
Is she really calling you again? What is
¿Pero
she
por qué no
obsessed
puedo
with?
contestar?
So listen, I found a construct.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick
Me
up
la
the
ufa,
phone.
ma.
Oh, he's fine. Let him talk to her.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Que te calle.
You know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Man,
Maybe
did I just
am.
Mierda.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is
Mr. Kid. Yes.
And yes,
Look
that's
at
a she.
¿Qué me ha salido en la
Head
cara?
of a crocodile, fur of a lion. See,
¿Por qué me ha salido esto en la
the body of
cara?
a hippopotamus. Though I would not say that to her face.
Voy a ponerlo ahí.
Now,
Esta noche, cuando mi padre esté roncando, voy a escaparme para pasar la noche en la playa.
any of the
Si quieres
deceased
sumarte,
who
haz
do
un
not
dibujo
pass
del señor
judgment.
con cariño, tu vecina ratita.
Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes.
No, no, no lo voy a hacer.
So
Oye, pero
I'm
¿por qué
not
tengo
quite
esto en la
sure
cara?
I don't hear more frantic scribbling right now.
Que no, que no. Que no, que no, que no quiero. No quiero. No le voy a dibujar, señor. Que no me quiero escapar. Me tengo que escapar, ¿no? ¿Pero por qué tengo esto en la cara? No entiendo. ¿Cómo la carta? A ver. Ajustes. No, esto. Cámara web. ¿Pero que por qué tengo esto en la cara? No entiendo nada. Pero es que yo no quería dibujarlo, no quiero escaparme. Vale. Fuera.
Slightly worried about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, well, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard, Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean this no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Es el día de la actuación. Chloe.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Eres muy pesada, tía. Muy pesada.
Richard, tell your son to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
Es muy
Benny,
pesada.
I say turn the lights off, not just Mom.
Kill me, Richard.
Turn.
We're supposed to be united front.
United front. Benny, damn it.
Benny, turn those lights off.
Benny, buddy, your mom wants the light. Benny, we want the lights off.
We
Perdón. No sabía que le daba. Tenía que darle. No, no. No me voy a escapar. Soy una buena niña. Me llamo Benny, pero soy una buena niña. Verás tú mañana. O sea, ahora que simplemente estoy con el piano no parpadeo, ¿no? Quiero más, quiero más.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
He's marvelous. How did you ever train such a young boy to play like that?
Realmente creo que si lo dejo aquí en medio.
I'm not even sure I'd want you at that school. And I could tell you were having so much fun up there.
Bueno, a ver, ma.
You
De eso te
rehearsed
quería
enough
yo
that it
hablar.
felt completely unreal.
Para vosotros jugadores PlayStation.
Sounds like you really nailed it, kiddo.
It's not a matter of him nailing it. He sounded like a professional musician at 11 years old.
Now, that's your mother saying that. You know, she doesn't consider kids to be professional musicians.
Because they're not.
What are you talking about?
Performers, yes. Musicians? No, they are not musicians.
Destroyer Tour, Anaheim, July 81. I'm telling you, Ace Frehley was conjuring spirits.
You should have seen the look on that old jerk's face when he realized what he had on his hands.
You think he was impressed?
Richard! His dentures nearly fell out. His mouth was open so wide.
So what? Our kid's a prodigy?
I don't know that. He sounded pretty good. That's all I'll say.
Sounds pretty goddamn prodigal to me.
How many beers have you had, Richard?
Just enjoy the beautiful night, will
Oh,
you?
las constelaciones.
Believe me, I am.
Let's do this more often.
Oh, trust me, I know. With summers like this, we should be doing this every night. Why don't we do this every night? How do you know? I know, but we won't. I know we won't. We're never gonna be as smart as we are right now.
You know, I never told you the tendency of ruining the moment in the cutest way ever.
Yeah, you have.
Pissed me off. You were so goddamn adorable.
And I'd find you
¿Está ahí?
adorable if only you didn't piss me off so much.
You hear that, Benny?
¿Qué significa está ahí?
Our
No sé
relationship
inglés.
distilled into two
Oh,
lines.
come
Puta
on.
vida.
I was joking.
Giris aquí, ¿no?
You never piss me off.
Quédate aquí.
Well, that's a lie.
Listen, I know I can be tough, but you know I'm never actually mad.
No, no pestañeo.
We know, honey. Trust us. We know.
Me quiero quedar. No me quiero
Don't
ir.
have to open it right now if you don't want to.
What do you mean? Of course he wants to.
I just don't want him to feel pressure.
Sure. Open it whenever you want, sweetie.
Vale, ma. Joder, me veo enorme. No me está gustando esta forma.
What does it say?
Give him time to read
Estimado Benjamin Brain,
Why are you being
agradecemos
so
su interés en el Conservatorio de Música de Button. El comité
it. Pressure him. He'll tell us.
Pese a
once
haber
he's ready
ofrecido
to
una
tell
audición
us.
impecable, sentimos comunicarle que no podemos asignarle una plaza en nuestro programa de estudio. Le deseamos lo mejor en sus futuras actividades musicales. Un cordial saludo.
We want him
Es que no lo puedo
for
evitar.
a while, just until this nasty thing clears.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué?
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
¿Estoy
There's
mala?
a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just
No
maybe 5
pestañees.
minutes, kiddo. Okay?
¡Mierda!
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Having him home for long means I can spend more time with him. You know?
Estoy enfermo. ¡Me cago en todo! ¡Cuando más interesante estoy! ¡Estoy enfermo! ¿Qué me pasa? ¿Qué me pasa? Está aquí mi mochila. ¿Me he ido de casa? ¿Me he fugado?
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
¿Qué dices tú? ¿Madre? Y ahora que puedo pestañear sin problemas, no pestañeo. Tengo un problema. Se me están resecando los ojos. ¿Qué hago yo con el barquito? Cago en todo. Vale, ahora estoy aprendiendo a dibujar, ¿no?
Hey, you hear me? What's he doing?
Why isn't your son eating with us, Al?
No. You mean young Vincent? Well, ever
Desde que enfermó se ha volcado en el
And
arte.
Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
Gracias. Gracias.
I really gotta thank you for this, but
¿Por qué? Me estoy agobiando. Solicitud Facultad de Bellas Artes. Pregunta número 3. Describa brevemente por qué desea comenzar una carrera en el mundo del arte. No sé qué significa lo que he escrito. ¿Tú quién eres? ¿Mi profesor?
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are. It's very zany. Very lucky for you. The world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
Ah, si lo pongo... Es diferente. Aquí.
There you go, Mr. Bryn. Feel each shape. Oh, you fiend.
No estoy entendiendo
I want you
nada.
all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here.
¿Qué he hecho?
You see, he has reached down deep within
Ya,
himself
bueno.
and created a
De
masterpiece.
eso te quería yo hablar.
I'm stunned. The ironic sense.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and
Ese no. No, me gustaba el otro.
the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly.
Paso, no me interesa.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
No, no, no me fío.
Well, look at that. You've crumpled my contract.
Sí, la ha arrugado. No me interesa. No puedo tirar.
Whatever you want, kid. Sure, you got talent. But what's talent?
¡No!
Okay, that's it. Get out of my office.
No era lo que pretendía.
So being a difficult artist. The best
No se
of
lo
us
quería
are.
tirar. Señor, ¿qué quiere? Ah, que quiere que brindemos.
Ah,
¿Yo
this
no
is
bebo?
divine. So, now that you've grown your
A ningún sitio porque has fallado. Joder, qué difícil es hacerlo.
Honey, stop. Is that a
Oh my god. I think it is.
small places?
¿Ya? Voy en un coche.
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her face now.
No.
You didn't sell out, and you still got rich.
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're at such an important moment in your career, and I'm just so proud.
Mierda.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person I believe was the single thing in the world my wife was most...
Yo quería contestar el teléfono.
Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Yo quería contestar el teléfono. No voy a decir nada, padre.
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. And there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with...
Me he ido a la mierda.
You are a snake. You're a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you...
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you,
¿Mi padre?
I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again.
No era lo que esperaba de este juego.
I hope you understand.
No era nada lo que esperaba de este
Take
juego.
whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. Yeah, I think you did the right thing.
No, pero que no sé lo que... ¿Qué es?
She didn't want you to see her like that.
¿Qué es Kep?
She just wanted you to focus on your...
¿Kep es que me lo quedo?
That was the only thing that mattered to her.
Pero dime si me lo quedo o no. ¿Cómo sé si me lo quedo o no? Rápido móvil. Como haya tirado el barquito. ¿Qué? Mantenerse. Vale. Hostia. Lo mantengo.
What's that? That's so fascinating, son.
Oh. No, la segunda.
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can feel her.
Mierda. Una vida en dibujo. Transcurso de un día, inspirada en la obra de su difunta madre, la compositora L. Fishman. Pese a no haber sido demasiado conocida en vida, Brian sacó a la luz el trabajo de su madre con la creación de esta pieza. Actualmente, Fishman está considerada una de las mejores compositoras de su época. No sé cómo ha dicho.
I just can't believe that my entire childhood I was living next to a bona fide
Búsqueda
genius.
constante.
I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. And your mom.
Salto a la
I
fama.
always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she.
Cállate.
Hey, so
Un dolor
Not to
cada
be
vez
forward,
mayor.
But what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something?
¿Estás intentando ligar conmigo, pestosa?
I'd really love to catch
Primeros
up.
pasos.
I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
El perro.
Now would you look at that? I cannot.
Menuda suerte la mía.
You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh! Well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but... Whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift.
Vale.
Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy
Solitario.
kid or a lonely one?
Solitaria.
His childhood was a lonely one, growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated seaside town. And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer?
Compositora.
Or an accountant? His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding?
Exigente.
Kind of like... Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could.
Y lo logré.
And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love?
Hola, amiga. Yo no estaba para pensar en novia.
Music became the only thing he truly cared about, even more than his best friend Chloe. And although he gave it everything he had, he was still rejected from the conservatory his mother desperately wanted. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him.
Verdad.
She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right?
Verdad.
See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick. And he had to stay inside for an entire year.
Mm-hmm.
In that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten. Painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You mucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. say it.
No le ha gustado.
I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls.
Mentirosa.
They're liar birds. They're what becomes of souls who tried to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again. You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him. Poor
Okay.
fool doesn't know what he's in for.
¿De quién habla? ¿Por quién hablas?
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you.
¿Estás oliendo?
But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And
Vale.
this time, I want the truth.
Ahora quiere que le cuente la verdad.
Not this.
Mi
Now,
gatito.
the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy?
You know, my father once told
This. Stay here.
Es verdad.
What did your mother hear on that phone call? Keep your eyes open. I
Vale.
need to see.
Vale, perdón. Voy a mirar para arriba para no parpadear. ¡Mierda!
Let's try this again.
Qué chulo, ¿no? Lo de nevar. ¡Joder!
Keep your eyes open.
Vale. Joder.
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
Oh.
I see. She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane.
Gatito.
I understand about the cat. Let's keep.
Aquí. Solo tengo que concentrarme en no pestañear en lo que eso baja. Puedo hacerlo. Puedo no pestañear porque estoy concentrada en eso, ¿vale? No voy a pestañear. Se comieron a mi gato. ¡Ay, se comieron a mi gato!
One more time.
Desde entonces no veo a mi gato ahora que lo pienso. Me cago en la puta. ¿Han matado a mi gato? Me voy a cabrear si han matado a mi gato.
I swear to God.
¡Que no he parpadeado! Estaba hablando. Se han comido a mi gato. No, perro malo. ¡A todo mi gatito!
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
When we get back, let's wake Dad up and go down to the beach. And I'd find you adorable if...
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
We can focus him. Make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this.
Estoy triste. ¿Por qué no puedo
I need to
verlo?
hear what they're saying. Really try to recall it.
I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you?
¿Me morí?
Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it.
Hola,
Well,
mamá.
hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
Qué artista.
Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius.
¿Sobre qué puedo
Why don't you
escribir?
write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
Ay, Dios. Tuvo una infancia solitaria, fue un niño peculiar y callado. Me voy a morir después de escribir esto. Porque eso es lo que ha dicho el perro lobo de mi gato. O sea, era yo pensándolo. Su madre fue compositora y para apoyar a su familia trabajó además como contable.
Music became the only thing he truly cared about, even more than his best friend, Chloe. Best friend? Okay, Benny. Is that why you didn't sneak out with me? Why not just tell me? You do realize I waited for you out in the alley for like an hour, right? Ugh. So anyway, back to the story, I guess. He'd loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first thing.
You are going to be in there
Me
for
están
about
haciendo un
30
tac.
minutes, so try to get comfortable.
Hostia, qué duro.
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
Hostia, qué duro.
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do.
Lela, ma. ¿Está ahí? ¿Cómo te digo que sí? Ma, Lela, ¿está ahí?
Can't. Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you. Hey, B.
Qué duro.
Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. I mean, certainly bummed you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
Qué duro que me muero, tío. Fue un pringao. Fue el peor rayo que ha pisado la tierra. Ni siquiera intentó combatir su enfermedad. Tengo 10 años o 11, ¿no? Sé que tú vas esperando a su muerte.
Richard, get up!
What's going on?
I think he's unconscious.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one. Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to
Hey, Benny. Buddy. Did you just throw something? Kinda sounded like you threw your cell phone at the wall. You know, your mom's not mad at you.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me.
Me siento muy triste.
I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
What do you mean she hasn't been over? Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
¿A quién se refería? Ay, pobre gatito.
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Eres mi mejor amigo, de verdad. Con cariño, Chloe. Ya no puedo hacerlo rápido. No me da tiempo.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
No puedo hacerlo rápido. Me estoy muriendo. Joder.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, You'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
Cambia con mi parpadeo. Sí.
There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative. And the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father.
In a small town by the...
No.
His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old,
He got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year.
and in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story
Of the great life he thought he
to live, which only made him forget the great life
he already had.
No puedo
how
parar
he
de...
had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world.
Alone in the world, and he made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope.
How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten.
So when he was going to go,
He was okay.
he'd already lived a great life.
A great life. A full life. And he was everything he needed to be. Just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on.
Why is he
You know what
smiling
to
like
do.
that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
I wanna be somebody. Me 2.0 for you. And when you meet somebody, you're gonna feel the same
Joder.
way
Qué latido.
I do.
enfadada que estaba al principio porque parpadeaba mucho. Se me ha ido el eyeliner. Ahí.
Tied to raffle tickets, I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people and you're wondering if you'll stay here.
No pensaba que fuese a llorar, la verdad. Me estaba viendo. Me estaba viendo fuerte, en plan. Puedo, lo llevo, no me está dando pena. Buah. Qué duro, tío. Buah. Bueno, ha sido un juego rápido. No pensaba que fuese a ser tan corto. Es que me da mucha pena cuando ha venido el gato. O sea, cuando ha venido... Ahí voy a llorar otra vez. Cuando ha venido el gato que se habían muerto sus gatitos. Y en plan, regresa porque yo me estaba muriendo. Esto no me pongas en grande encima. Vale, hay que esperar a que se pasen. Vete a la mierda. Joder. Eso no es verdad. Que sea sensible no quiere decir que sea buena persona. Es que tengo más ganas de llorar. Si no estuviese en directo y no hubiese can, estaría llorando mucho más. Mucho. O sea, estaba intentando aguantarlo. A ver, me ha aguantado lo que he podido. No sé qué es sending. Sending es enviando abrazos. Enviando abrazos. ¿Es abrazo? Quiero saber si sacan algo después. Vale, vale. Se me ha ido el eyeliner a tomar por culo. Este ya ni está. No se le espera. Sí que vas con delay, Gary. O sea, vas con mucho más delay que las otras personas. No sé por qué. Se supone que no debe haber tanto delay. Por ejemplo, si yo digo 1, ¿tú cuándo lo escuchas? En plan, Di ya cuando escuches uno, ¿vale? Uno. Va con mucho delay. Pues vas con muchísimo delay. No sé por qué. O sea, yo había visto que había 13 capítulos. Mira, se ha descompensado este. Ah, vale. Yo había visto que había 13 capítulos y digo, va a haber un montón de tiempo, no sé qué, voy a estar mucho tiempo. 1 hora 45. Pues nada. Hemos terminado Before You Age. Muchas gracias por haberme acompañado. Por haberme visto llorar. Voy a seguir llorando un ratito más, ya fuera de stream. Bueno, nos vemos el lunes con Valora, que al menos hay lloro de rabia, no de tristeza, y me viene mejor. Y nada, pues ya sí que el viernes empezaremos Ori, supongo. Y nada, muchas gracias y hasta el lunes. Chao.